Morning, everybody. This is Terry from Allen Art and Design. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I wanted to do a final touches video on my garden journal. I was able to finish it, and I thought I might give you a little flip through of it. I love it. I think it looks great. So let's get started. I've shown you this before. It's an outline of a garden that I had designed at my old home. So I kept a copy of that. So I have a nice big pocket in the front. And I also put some, graph paper in there for when I want to design another garden. I got a big tag in here. It says anything goes. So I think I'll just put that in the front. And then this is the front of the first signature. Love this cottage garden. It says, wherever life plants you, bloom with grace. And then we have a little side pocket here. It's another tag. I put a couple of paper clips because this one wasn't really doing its job. Just push that over a little bit. Maybe that'll help. So this is some paper that I had gotten from Dollar Tree. And I just love that paper. Oh, it looks like that got caught. Oh well. So it's a great place to write. I have a beautiful image here. I think these are called lady slippers. And then this is summer colors of the spectrum. I really like that. I have a little flip out here. It's just an envelope. I put some pretty paper in there. And there's also some graph paper in here. You can use for designing or drawing out a garden bed. Here's another little, this is a paper bag. And I just love the color. It went great with this. And there's an index card in there. There's room in there for more things. And then I just added this beautiful image. And then this is a doily that I glued down. And these are from a calendar. I love to cut things off of calendars. If it's a beautiful image and somebody took the time to make it, why throw it in the trash when the calendar is done? There's more of that paper. This paper runs all throughout this book. This one says, to plant a garden is to look forward to the future. Then I just have a little flower here in the corner. This is tea-dyed paper. And then I have a little corner tuck. I had a sticker there, but I didn't like it, so I just covered it up, and I think that looks great. It says, the garden in the summer. So I'll probably put a picture from my garden this summer. And then there's another pretty piece of paper that you can write on. Green thumb tips. These are all throughout the book, too. I had cut up 3 garden books that I had. I was going to donate them or I was going to throw them away. And then I decided, since I started making garden journals, I would cut them up and use the information that's in there. And I coffee dyed a lot of them. There's more of that beautiful paper. Here's a nice image. This says, so the spring days came and went. The sky grew clearer, the earth greener. The flowers were up fair and early. Louisa May Alcott. Love that. And then there's a little journal card in there. And we have a little pocket. It's just an image from a book. And I put a little border on there. This said basket bulbs, and it just tells you about it. And this was something I had coffee dyed. It's just a card. It was a blank card. Now that I look at it, it looks like I need to trim this up a little bit. Oops, got some more on that. There we go. So I just love the images. I think they're beautiful botanicals. So I put that in there, and you can write on the back. And then here is, this is an envelope that I use the top of it as a tuck spot. And I made this little card out of a index card with some stickers. I thought that was cute. You could put a word there. I love the, excuse me, I got little pieces of paper everywhere. This is music paper, and I just used a rub-on, which I thought was really pretty. This is a side tuck, and this is a notebook that I had made. It's just some paper from one of the garden books, and a sticker from Dollar Tree, and a little bow made out of twine. And it's all different. This is coffee dyed paper, graph paper, some more coffee dyed paper. So you can just write in. And here's some more of that beautiful paper that I love. Excuse the noise. We have a landscaper coming through my neighborhood on a loud lawnmower. Hope everybody's having a nice morning. There's more of that paper that I love. I put a little sticker on there. And this is page from a botanical book. This is stationery. And I just glued that on there. And then I put one of the garden tips soil prep mix on there. Just love the way that looks. This one, I'm wondering what this was stuck in here, and I wasn't sure exactly where it was supposed to go, but we could make it into a little side tuck. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. I need a pin. Excuse my reach. I've got a pin. I'm just going to loosen that up. Okay, now it should work. Okay, so I want to make sure. So for a side tuck, you just need to do the side and the bottom. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And then you just put it in the corner. I think that I like to leave the edge a little bit. Yeah. Make sure that there's no glue there. Don't want my pages sticking together. So this just says a cross section of a flower. This reminds me of a college course that I took when I was in school, in college. And I took plant biology, and I loved that class. I didn't really need the class, but I had a friend that was going to take it, and, you know, I could use the credits, so I took the class. It really had nothing to do with my major, but I took a couple of classes like that. I took an astronomy class, had nothing to do with my major. I just love astronomy. So I took it, and I loved it. They had a planetarium at the college where I went. More of that paper. Here's a side tuck, beautiful image. Some more of this paper that I have found. I'm trying to just put paper and maybe photographs. Speaking of photographs, I found some pictures. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad. I found pictures of my garden from the home that we had lived in for 20 years. This was a beautiful rose. When we first moved there, the yard was a mess. And when we cleaned it up, this beautiful rose bloomed. And I did move it so that I could keep it because it was not in the right spot. But it was beautiful, and it had these purple edges on it. It was really pretty. It's a yellow flower with purple edges. Never saw that before. And then here's another one. Some of them are not very good. I'm not a photographer. I was just enjoying taking pictures of these are bleeding hearts. And some beautiful lilies. This was a giant butterfly bush in the corner of my yard. It was beautiful, and I killed it. I didn't know you weren't supposed to cut all of those blooms off when they died. What you're supposed to do is cut the whole bush down to between 12 and 18 inches off the ground and just cut the whole thing down. Wasn't aware of that. I went around and cut all the dead flowers off, and it killed the plant. That was an epic fail. Here's a pretty one that was just a container. Had some pretty flowers in it. And these were my tomatoes, which were beautiful. They were taller than me. We had quite a crop that year. They were delicious. And here's one. It's pretty, but it's blurry, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do is, after I do my flip through, I think I'll go ahead and I'll just slip some of these pictures into the book. So here we have this beautiful side tuck. That was from a greeting card, and I just love the way that looks. So I added in some more writing paper and another index card, which I put some washi tape and a few ladybugs on. I thought that was pretty. Here's a side tuck. I used a rub-on. And this one says, he stepped through the doorway and held the lantern high above his head. We found ourselves in Solomon's treasure chamber. These are the diamonds, cried I. Bring the light. Look, he repeated, holding the lamp over the open chest. We saw that the chest was 3 pots full of uncut diamonds, most of them of considerable size, and we stood there with the lantern in the middle and the glimmering gems below, the 3 most fantastic men on earth. King Solomon's Mine by H. Rider Haggard. That's just a cool little excerpt from a story. That was nice. Has nothing to do with gardening, but that's okay. Here's a beautiful image. I just put a little washi tape there. This is a belly band. And this is a beautiful card. And it has a bunch of botanicals. And then on the back, you can write. I love the way that looks. Oh, I got to put it in sideways. Okay, and now here's the middle. I cut these out of a botanical book. Oh, I got something in the middle here. And I just love the way that looks. I rounded the corners. That's just some stationery that I had. Here's another one of those little books. Has a Dollar Tree sticker. This is from a garden book, a little twine bow. And this is some textured paper. Great way to use up scraps. And here's some coffee and tea-dyed papers. Some graph paper, probably the same as the other one. And you can just write in them. I thought I would tuck that in that belly band and then let it hang over. I like the way that looks. And here's another beautiful image, and I put some washi tape across there. Here's a corner tuck. Pretty image with some washi tape and a little flower. This one says The Price of Beauty. I just noticed that this is coming up a little, so I'm just going to put a dot of glue in the corner just to hold it down. Once that dries, that's not going to go anywhere. So this is an index card, so you can write on the back. It has a garden tip, and then I used some more of those rub-ons. I had rub-ons, and I had stamps and stickers. And when I went to watch my son's dog, my son and his daughter-in-law's dog, I stayed at their house for like 3 days, and I got so much crafting done while I was over there. Me and the dog. It was great. I just love the way that looks. Put some, oh, I just realized, that I didn't take, I'm going to have to make sure that I have burnished this down properly before I pull that plastic off, or I'm going to lose the image. Sorry, I'm shaking the table, I know. Let me just make sure that that's okay. Okay. Oh, it seems like, I guess you have to rub it till you can't see anymore. That's funny that I had left that like that and didn't even realize it. Yeah, that looks pretty. Sorry for shaking the table. My desk is, this one's a little bit wonky. It's not as heavy as the one I have in my craft room. I'm videotaping this in my bedroom in the morning. Some nice light that comes in the window. I do have a task light above me, but I kind of faced it away because I don't want the glare and all of the shadows, but I'm probably going to get that anyways. So there's that rub on. Here's a pocket. It just has a black and white image. I love black and white images. I think I'm going to go ahead and round the corner here. Yeah, that looks better. And this is a great little corner rounder. It only does one shape, and it keeps all of the little pieces inside, so then you can empty it, which is great because some of them, the paper gets everywhere. So there's another beautiful botanical. This is just on a book page from a garden book. And then we have this beautiful pocket here. It says mix and match. And then there's some more writing paper. Yeah, so I was saying that I just want to put paper and photographs in here because I put a bunch of pre-made ephemera that I had made for garden books in here. And this book got so fat, I did not like it at all. And here's some beautiful stickers. And then this says just to be out of doors, so still, so green, with unbreathed air, illimitable clean, with soft, sweet scent of happy growing things, the leaves soft flutter, sound of sudden wings, the far faint hills, the water wide between. Charlotte Perkins Gilman. How pretty. I don't know about that word, illimitable. Never heard that before. I'm going to have to look that up. There's some more rub-ons, which I love those. And that still gives you plenty of room to put a picture, put a garden bed design there. And then here's a corner tuck. And this was from a greeting card, and I just trimmed it out and glued it on. And I love it on this music paper. I just love music paper. And then here we go. Here, this says, there are only experiments in gardening, no mistakes. Love that. And here's a little flip out that you can write on. And it's just, it says Fragrance Garden. And these are some of those little botanicals I cut out. A word and a little definition. I forgot to cover 2020. Ugh. I'll have to go back and do that. Here's a index card that I had coffee dyed and put some washi tape, stickers. Love that. So the index cards, paper and photos, they're not going to bulk the book up like some of this other stuff. So here's a little side tuck. There's some paper that I had just folded. You can write on the back. And then here's another index card. That looks nice. This was from a calendar. Didn't want to waste the image. And then here, this is the other side of that envelope, which I had cut and opened. It looks like I need to put something in there. Maybe what I'll do is just slide a picture in there. There we go. And I have some stickers. This is a little, that butterfly was already on there, but I put these stickers on there. All right, this says a league and a league of marsh grass, waist high, broad in the blade, green and olive, a height and unflocked with a light or a shade, stretched leisurely off in a pleasant plain to the terminal blue of the main. Oh, what is broad in the marsh and the terminal sea? Somehow my soul seems suddenly free. Sidney Lanier. Very cool. And I love this stationery. I hope someday I can find some more of that station. I love this one. And there was one with roses that I loved, so I'll have to keep my eye out for that. This was an image from a magazine that I loved because it looks like watercolor painting. Beautiful. Here's a garden page with another saying on it. It says, the flowers appear on the earth. The time of the singing of birds is come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land. Song of Solomon, King James Version. That's from the Bible. Beautiful. And then here's another beautiful image. Here's another little belly band that you can just, maybe I'll just tuck a photograph in it. Will it fit? No, it won't. I'll have to find something smaller, probably an index card or something. And this is just on like coffee dyed paper. This I love. It's just from a book. It's a tuck spot, and I put a sticker of butterflies up there. And I love how these go together. And I trim this out in green. This I can still put a word or a saying right there, and I probably will. We've got garden there. This is just construction paper. This is the other side where I put a doily, and these are little corner tucks, and a beautiful sticker from Dollar Tree, which I thought went really well with this. This is the other side of the bag, and I put this cute little mason jar sticker on there. And this just has an index card in there. Maybe I will put another photograph. Is it going to fit? Oh, it does. I'm so excited. All right, and then here's another beautiful image on the back of the bag. This is a rub-on, which I thought was beautiful. And you can still put something on there and do some journaling. And here's a sticker. I love that black and white image next to the colored image. I just love the way that looks, the contrast. This says, the path that we traveled in the past determines where we are today. Isn't that true? Beautiful bird with some cone flowers. There's some more of that beautiful paper that I love. It's all throughout the book. This one is kind of a Franken paper. I just added this side onto the short page and put some washi tape, and then I added robust rhododendrons. There's a gardening tip there. I just love the way that looks. And then this I love. It's a botanical page from a botanical book, some washi tape. And then this says, the plants of tomorrow are in the seeds of today. I love that. I have a box that was my mom's, and I covered it with all kinds of seed packets and things from garden, books, and I covered the whole thing. I decoupaged it, and this is what's on top of the box. It says the plants of tomorrow and the seeds of today. Inside the box are seeds, and I just thought that was appropriate. And this says zesty zinnias. Just a cute little place to write. Looks like this is coming up a tiny bit. So when you're going through a journal, if you see something that's coming up, just get some glue and tack it back down. All you need is a tiny bit of glue, and that'll be fine. All right, so this says, for you lazy gardeners, and this is just a list of plants that you really can't kill. And I thought that was kind of funny. I trimmed that out. And then this is a beautiful image. I might round the corners on this. Yeah, that looks better. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. That's just a beautiful image. More of that paper. Here's a doily on a book page, and I put this. This came from a piece of scrapbooking paper, and I just cut it out, and then I trimmed it out with scissors to make it look like a stamp, and I just love the way that looks. And then here's a little side pocket with this beautiful exotic flower. Okay, I love that. So it's a little tuck. Let's see. I don't think that these tuck. Ooh, I don't believe it. I can tuck a photo in there. And I'll go back and write on the back of these photos what they are and where they were from. Don't know what you can stick in here. Let me see if you can put a photo in there. Let's see about the other one. If I can do that on the top. That one's tight, but you can do it. So there's a few photos in there. That's great. Here's a belly band. This is a journaling card. It says, Plan of the Garden of Old Roses, Early Summer. I love these kind of designs. I always cut those out of those books and keep them, use them for journal cards. Here's another envelope. I put a beautiful image there. There's a little ladybug and a few stickers. This was already on the envelope. And then I just put in, this is a short one because I had glued it there. So we just put a small index card in there. Here's some more beautiful stickers. There's a nice image. Oh, I put a little bee there. Wrap them up for the winter. And this is that stationery. And a beautiful botanical image with the garden tips. Love that. All right, so here's a belly band. It said, Friends are flowers in the garden of life. Isn't that beautiful? And here's just a pretty piece of paper that you can write on. So I'm trying to just keep it to pieces of paper, index cards, and photos. This is Watering Wisdom, and it gives you all kinds of tips on watering. I just had this long page, and you don't really find these long ones in those books very often, but I was happy that I did. More writing space here. Oh, it looks like we have another one of these. I don't know what I was doing that I didn't finish it. Let's just see if I had done it before. I guess what I did was I rubbed it on, but then I didn't take the plastic off. Oh, well, it's okay. If I can get my fingernail under that piece, it looks like, oh, got to do a little bit more on there. Sorry for wiggling you. I don't want to lose the image. Let's see. Yeah, beautiful. I don't know what I was doing where I was leaving the plastic on there. Looks like I might have done it here too. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I love this. There's just some herbs drying. And then here's another rub-on. I love rub-ons. You know what? I think what I'll do is, oh, that one's done. Maybe this one's done. No. I mean, these rub-ons are great. You can just use your fingernail. It's okay. If it works, who cares? Let's see. Did it work? It did. So I need to buy some more of these because I used up all of the rub-ons that I had in here. See, there's another one. There's no plastic on that one. Oh, another one here, and this is just a beautiful botanical image. This is just ageratum, is good for edging borders, and then I put little leaves. Here's a little tuck spot on a black and white image. Let's see, maybe I can, oh, I could tuck a photo in there. Awesome. Gardening with color, and then I'll put a picture here. There's another rub-on. Another sticker, which is beautiful. It says, You Can Rain on Their Parade. Oh, and this is all about impatience. Okay, here's some more of that writing paper on a garden book page. Here's a little corner tuck. I had glued this corner tuck in upside down, so I ended up covering it with this, which I think it looks great. It was an odd size anyway, so it fit on there perfectly. Then this is just a sticker and a rub-on. Still plenty of place to write. More rub-ons. Is that a sticker? Yeah, that's a sticker. That's a rub-on. Here's some more stickers. It says How to Press Flowers. Oh, and this is a little tiny pocket. And then this says design guidelines. So that was from a garden book. Helpful tips on cutting flowers. That's just on the botanical. I just glued that on there. A lot of good information. This is the middle of the second signature, and it's just botanical paper, which I love. I might end up putting something on there, like you could glue some pictures. I think I might do that. I'll just put them in there and do that later. There's the back of the botanical page. Sorry if I'm shaking the table. This says, the moon like a flower in heaven's high bower, with silent delight, sits and smiles on the night. William Blake. Beautiful. This just says, happiness blooms from within. This is from a calendar, and I just backed it with some book page, and then I inked it up. I just love the look of that. And this has a little grasshopper. That was also from a calendar. And then this is a little botanical. I put some little corner things on there. I think that looks pretty. And then here's another one of these pages, which I love these pages. I had coffee dyed them and put a alphabet stencil on top, and it came out beautiful. Here's a flower, butterfly. This one says climbing roses, and I hope to have some climbing roses next summer. And I'll put a picture there. And then this, I made this booklet. There's more of that beautiful paper that I love. I just put a flower from Dollar Tree. I put some graph paper. Now this, because it's all wrinkled like that, that means that when I glued this on, I didn't let it dry properly. Because if it was dry, I would have been able to fold it and it would have just had one crease. But this one is all wrinkled. So I guess I was being impatient. So there's some of those little botanicals. I made some like little stickers there. And then you can talk about a particular flower, or I'll put a little garden bed in there and list the kind of plants that are in there. And then this, I had to put this on the back because there was a sticker or something that came off and it ripped the paper. So I just put that on there to cover it up. And then I have a beautiful moth on there. I hope you can see that okay. And then that will go in here. And then I have a big index card. I went ahead and put a sticker. These are stickers. They're all stickers. And then that little label. Thought that was pretty. You can write on that. And let's see what else we have here. This is a belly band. I just put some writing paper. I just rounded the corners. I just thought it was pretty. And then you can just write something and put it right in there. And then this is just from a garden book. I just love the images. I actually might put it in that way. And it's just, you can read about what's on the page. And then here is, excuse me, got more stuff in my book here. Here's another beautiful image, and I put little corner things. I don't know where I got those from. They came in some kind of a paper pack or something. Then these are stickers. I have another sip of my coffee, which is cold now, but that's okay. Here's some more of that graph paper. I put a sticker on the top. Here's a rub-on, another sticker. Here's a corner tuck. I just love these images. Beautiful. I like the black and white with the color. Very pretty. And then this is just a journaling card. I did put a few of these like pre-made ephemera in here. Just a few though. Okay, I love that. I just love the look of that. And I kept the pink border because I thought it went nice. And then here's another belly band. And I put some stickers. And then just a piece of paper that you can write on. It says to-do list. So that's perfect to put in the book so that if you have plants to buy or fertilizer and soil or whatever you need to do, write it down. Bring it with you to the store. And when you get back, just stick it in there. Keep track of what you've bought. There's another beautiful botanical. These are rub-ons. That's a sticker. And this just talks about alliums. Here's another corner pocket on the other side of that paper. I've got 2 rub-ons and this beautiful image, and I put a little bee again. I loved those little bee rub-ons or stickers. I'm not sure what they were. Okay. And that's that graph paper that I love. And here's another rub-on and a little sticker with a little bee. And then here's the botanical on a garden page with a garden tip. It says green thumb tip. It talks about trees. And here's another corner tuck, and I actually like collaged a little bit. And I just love that. And then here is another one of those large index cards. So you can write on this side, you can put a label on there, what you were talking about, and continue on the back. So I thought that was beautiful. This is one of my favorite things. This is a beautiful illustration. I love illustrations. So I just cut it out, glued it on, and made it into a side tuck. There's a little label. You can write whatever it is and then write on a card and stick it in there. And here's the other side of that envelope. I love these envelopes. I had them for years. I kept them in my stationery box, and I never used them because they were so pretty. I don't know why I didn't want to use them, but I didn't. I'm glad I saved them because now I use them in my garden journals. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of art glitter glue. Is it even coming out? Oh, I need to get that pin again. Sometimes the art glitter glue, it dries so fast and it gets clogged. So let's see if I can get some of that glue to come out now. Oh yeah, it's coming out now. All right. So I'll just go ahead and wipe that. Oh, and that should be fine. Once that glue dries, art glitter glue is so strong. That's not going to come off again. All right, just want to make sure that it's down there and there's no glue sticking out, because if there's any glue, residual glue, it's going to stick onto your page. And with art glitter glue, it will stick on, but then it will rip your page, and we don't want that. I love this music paper, and so I put a dragonfly and a little ladybug. I just love the look of that. And this is the other side of the botanical page with the doily I glued on. And the doilies, once you glue them down, they are good. And there's that faux stamp again. And here's an image. Let me see if I can round the corners on this page. Yep. Good. That's a beautiful image there. It looks like they're making either vinegars or oils flavored with herbs. I've done that before. I love that. Here's some more of that paper. Here's a beautiful botanical image. I just love this. So pretty. I'm not going to cover that with anything. It's too pretty. Here's a little corner tuck. Super Soil Secrets. And this is on a page from a garden book. And here we are at the end of the book. And this is that envelope. It says, "She who plants a garden plants happiness." Proverbs. And then I just put some botanical stickers on there. And then, you know, you can put some seed packets in there or a giant journal card, whatever you want to put in there. I just think it's beautiful. And then here's the back with this pretty large pocket. I love to put large pockets on the front and back of all of my journals when I can. Sometimes I forget to do it, or sometimes it doesn't call for it and I don't do that, but I usually try to, because I like to add things in that I can use throughout the book, or just add some big things that don't fit in the book. So, and I just love that. And these are those metal corner protectors. I have them on the front and the back. The ones in the back, I like to face them forward so that I see the beautiful image instead of flipping them over and all you see is this part. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. So I love to see the actual, let me hold it up a little bit, the actual corner, which is beautiful. Sorry if I'm bumping you again. Okay, so I have those corner protectors on there. And I have my beautiful cover here. I just love this. I thought that this, it's a sticker from Dollar Tree. It's one of those garden sticker packs. I love that. I've had that for a few years. I'm glad I hung on to it. And then this, the cover is from an accordion. If you go back to my, the first part of my series on this garden journal, you'll be able to see that this is from an accordion holder. And I took the insides out and I just used the, you know, the outside as the cover. And I just love how that looks. It was already partly decorated for me, so I didn't have to do a lot to it. I did end up adding all of these beautiful paper flowers, which I love. And I also added a little, they're bookmarks. Let me show you. They're in the middle of the two signatures, and it's just clipped on with a clip. And I just love this because when you're working in the book, if you're working on this page over here, you can just put that there, and that way you know where you left off. And there's two of them, so you could do that on two different things that you were working on. And I just love them. I think they look great. And I like adding those. And I think when I shut this, I'll show you, I think that these beads really go well with the paper flowers. And then this is the ribbon that originally came with this holder. And one of them had fallen off, but I glued them back on. And I just love how they look. If I can tie it, I always have trouble tying bows. I don't know why. And it actually looks like I could use a little bit more glue right here. And I'm going to have, oh, and right here. And then I'm going to have to clip those. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Let's turn it over so you can see it again. I hope you can see everything. But I wanted to thank you for following along with the journey. I love this book. This is one of my favorite journals I've ever made. And I'm going to get a lot of use out of it because I love gardening. So I just wanted to thank you for coming to my channel. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I'd love to hear what you think of this book. And you can watch the series and comment along the way if you'd like. I'd really appreciate the support. So I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting.